This is CommunicAsia TV, brought to you by Total Telecom. I'm Brian Dolby, and today I'm talking about OTT, one of the hot topics this week. I have with me Douglas Tait of Oracle. Douglas, you've given a presentation on OTT to the market here. What have been some of your main messages?
Well, I think the interesting part about OTT, which stands for over the top, it's a term coined by the telecommunications industry as a way of saying they're taking away our market share or our revenue, or we see these as parasites in the industry. Where if you talk to an OTT provider or application developer, they've never heard the term OTT. But in that context, we view them as, I say, evil, or they're taking away in a big way our revenue or market share, and that hurts. So we label them OTT. But in that light, how are they taking away our revenue share? Ovum just put out a report on SMS messaging. And SMS we see going from the normal SMS I receive on my phone to a peer-to-peer chat. And Ovum predicts that by the end of this year, the industry will have lost $23 billion. Not million, $1 billion. That's a lot of money. So you can see why it's kind of hurting the communications industry in a big way.
And what can they do about it?
Well, it's definitely a change in the marketplace. It's a change in paradigm in a big way. And I think they have to change that mindset. The typical old way of doing business just won't work anymore. The communication service providers usually own the services up top, the network, and the app and the device themselves. Well, that's all changed. The markets are now opening up on the services side and on the device side. So with that in mind, it's no longer a case where they can control that whole vertical stovepipe, but they can come in and manage and provide opportunity both on the service side and on the device side. Big opportunity.
And is this where you work with them to achieve that?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We look at our products, both software and hardware, as a way of opening up that marketplace on the services side, and now with the new emerging technologies on the device side as well.
Yeah, because we often see OTT in the telecoms market where it's seen as a real danger, a real threat, a parasite, I think, as you said.
Right.
But actually, with a more positive attitude, it could actually be an opportunity for them.
Absolutely. Telecommunications companies are good at what they do. Quality of service, identity management, security. These things can readily be taken right to OTT applications. They could also be writing those applications in one sense of the word. The other area where they could really leverage that opportunity is to expose those core network assets. They have them internally. Again, I mentioned the location, identity, subscriber data, all this information that's within the network they can expose out in a secure manner, because they're great at security as well, to those OTT players. An example would be, I know my location on the phone here, but I often want to know the location of my family. Where are they right now? Or I want to get a message out saying, hey, dinner at 6. Or my coworkers, I want to say, hey, where's your location? Let's meet at this near Starbucks. So those are great OTT types of things.
Yeah, so they've got hidden assets already they can use to sort of to embrace OTT.
That's right, and that's where I see up in the services domain. So they have this core network stuff that they can expose on the services. On the device itself, I think we see new and exciting disruptive technology around WebRTC. And I guess the good news there as well is there's a lot of communication service providers that are also looking at this hard and saying this is an opportunity for them as well. Turn every browser into a phone. And not only that, but high definition audio, high definition video. That changes the game pretty drastically here for our cell phone industry.
Well, it's very nice to have a positive message on OTT, and it's been a pleasure to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.
Why, thank you. It's been my pleasure as well.